Good morning, Kuwait, and good morning to everyone who's watching us through KTV2. Welcome to a new episode of your morning program, Good Morning, Kuwait. And today, as always, we have various segments and special guests. So please keep watching us till the end of the episode. So hello and good morning, Saad.
Good morning to you, Sarah, and of course, good morning to all of our viewers at KTV2, coming to you live from the Ministry of Information downtown Kuwait. And of course, as my colleague Sarah said, we have many segments and of course, interviews to inform and to delight. So today we have many subjects to talk about, Sarah.
We have too many subjects. And today, Saad, as well, there's going to be held a conference about elixir of life.
Yes.
Like 2 weeks or a week ago, I've been hosted Dr. Nada Al-Hasawi. She's talking about the elixir of life. What is the meaning of elixir of life and how actually we can refresh and enhance ourselves, like our souls, our mind, and then our body.
Yes.
So we're going to talk with our dear guest today through microwave about this conference later on. But Saad, I'm going to ask you a question. If you feel, or when you ever feel down or low, how can you refresh yourself?
Well, this is the thing, elixir of life. I think this is something metaphorical. It's not really elixir, something to drink and your life will be better, but something to escape to.
Yes.
So when you have sports, maybe you do some sports, you walk in the park, maybe traveling. To me, I love coffee. And I told you this, my elixir of life is actually a drink.
Yes.
So I drink coffee, but I don't drink too much because if you drink too much of a good thing, it can be a bad thing. What about you?
Well, about me, same as you. Like I love to go to walking, jogging,
Yes.
speak to my friend, watching a movie, drinking some tea, calm tea, not a coffee, maybe
Yes.
sometimes. So that makes me feel a little bit calm. That can really enhance our, let's say, our selves.
Yes.
I know some people really, they start to learn a new hobby, like joining workshops, learning piano, for
Yes.
example, painting, like let's say they increase or improve, let's say, their hobby or their talent. That can really improve your souls. Once you
Yes.
feel that your souls are really improved, then
Yes.
everything is gonna be healed in yourself, even your body, even let's say some of the chronic diseases, like
Yes.
for example, Saad, diabetes or high blood pressure. Some people they cause by that because of the stress, let's say the pressure of
Yes, of
life,
course.
the daily stress. So that's how we have to relieve that through our talents, through our souls.
Yes, of course, elixir of life. I think you said it. It's a hobby. When you have a hobby, it's something to keep busy with it.
Yes.
So if you are staying, what is stress? Stress is standing still, not knowing what to do.
Yeah.
So and always asking. Everyone has a different answer. It's not for you. You have to find out what is your hobby. Hobby is, I think, it's elixir of life. I am an amateur. This is a very philosophy
Yes.
question. This word is very difficult to pronounce, but to have it, to know your hobbies.
Yes.
For me, scuba diving, I love the sea. Anything about the beach, anything about swimming, diving, this is my elixir of life. I
Wow.
think.
So diving and swimming makes you feel meditation actually.
Yes, of course. If you, the stress is the silent killer. You don't know that you're stressed. So if you do something, always keep busy. Keeping busy is better than just staying. And we have something in our phones, which is steps.
Yes.
If you check your steps and under 4,000 steps, a lot of people think this is a lot. It's not. You need to go above 8,000.
Mm-hmm.
This is the minimum. Everyone is just going to your car and doing nothing. This is something really dangerous.
Absolutely.
You said it. It's about the heart disease and also many other diseases.
Exactly. Once you feel stressed, once you feel depressed, you start eating too much, let's say junky
Yes.
food, sugar. And some people, they don't eat at all. Like both sides really harmful
Yeah.
for your body. That's why we have to keep ourselves calm. We have to love our souls. As my co-host Saad say, do some meditation, go to sports, walk too much, and then gonna have like, let's say, stress relief. It's really amazing, Saad, and the
Yes.
weather is getting lovely for like have some walking, isn't it?
Yes, well, yesterday it was not that lovely, but it was foggy. You know, this is something strange to Kuwait. Our weather, we don't have the fog, but
Yes.
it was dangerous to drive at night. We saw all the social media accounts, they sending messages, be careful, but we had a lot of good time watching something strange to Kuwait.
It's strange to Kuwait. That
Yes.
was really a lovely day yesterday. How about to check the weather for today and for the rest of the week? And we'll be right back to you. Since we're talking about Elixir of Life this morning, let's talk about the first Elixir Life Conference and Exhibition and set to begin on Monday, the 11th December 2023. This three-day conference shed light on the importance of needs of humans that is pivotal to the life filled with the comfort, psychological and physical safety.
Yes, Sarah, at this conference, attendees will be blessed with knowledge and skills to manage ideas, feelings, behaviors, mental programming, and stress management. Mr. Ahmed Al-Fadl, global lecturer and researcher specialized in human behavior. Let's welcome Mr. Ahmed Al-Fadl, human behavior specialist. Hello and good morning, Mr. Ahmed.
Very good morning to all of you, and I'm so happy to be with you.
We are happy as well to be in our show. So, Mr. Let's talk about how effective is the content of the first Elixir of Life conference in activating the integrative mental and physical well-being.
It's actually each human being, they are looking for something to activate their soul from within. So the Elixir of Life conference, we will be sharing an information and scientific information related to the human and how this human can be moving his body from within as a soul. So when they are cohering between heart and mind, they will be providing the health and happiness to this body. So it's the coordination between mind and body.
This is really interesting, and we're glad to know more about this subject. So, what would make people attending the first Elixir of Life conference start to make real changing in their lives?
Well, it's basically it is a conference for all the society, and especially for the family who struggle, who have challenge in their life, who is trying to shift, who trying to make some different in their life so it affect the future of our generation. As we know, each family have kids and have students, and these students, they want to be directed by the right person. And I think as a family, if we are aware of this type of information that will be elevating our life, elevating our thoughts and thinking, will create a paradigm shift into the way how we think. By understanding this and applying to our kids, that will affect all the areas in life, including the health, including the future knowledge and understanding of the science. This will affect the sports, the person who can be really healthy, that will be shift the mind and body as one piece. And this is where the secret of healing the human.
That's really a great subject, Mr. Ahmed, and we wish you all the best of luck in the three-day first Elixir conference. And I'm going to attend, inshallah, after this episode, the conference. Thank you for being here with us.
We look forward to see you. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ahmed Al-Fadl, human behavior specialist. How about that? It was we will attend this and now, dear viewers, let's go to this quick break and we will continue. Good morning, Kuwait. We're back, dear viewers, to show Good Morning Kuwait. 50 years ago, the oil ministers of the OPEC Gulf states met in Kuwait to make a series of decisions which led to outcomes that are still shaping our world today.
That's amazing beyond its economic and geopolitical origins. This event was have far-reaching consequences for the societies of Gulf, which were modernizing and would become, after 50 years, the nerve center of the Arab world and the major global players. So how about to check this great report together? We'll be right back to you.
Hello everyone, this is Hajar Lamhanna, and today we are invited by the Contemporary Art platform to cover the opening of the exhibition 50 years after the oil crisis. Well, it was in cooperation with the French Embassy in Kuwait and the French Cultural Center in the Arabian Peninsula. So how about we go check it out?
This exhibition is celebrating the anniversary of the oil crisis of 1973. It shows the very important role Kuwait played at this moment of history because the decision was made in Kuwait, in Sheraton. It shows the discussions between Arab countries and the fact that they wanted at the time to show their support to Palestine. You will also have very important information about the evolution of all the countries of the region after the crisis. And this exposition has been prepared by CEFREPA, the Center of Research about Arabic Peninsula in Kuwait, and they did an amazing work from French archives, but not only from archives from all the region. So I really invite you all to visit this exposition.
So this exhibition is part of our activities in the French Research Center of the Arabian Peninsula. We have a team from the CEFREPA which initiated this work, headed by a colleague whose name is Philippe Petria. He's working in the Sorbonne in Paris, and with two master students in history, we worked on 50 years of the oil crisis. So this is a very important event, and we tried to we did a conference on October 2023, last October on the 17th, and this exhibition is organized in conjunction, of course, with this conference, and it shows the importance of this event for Kuwait, of course, because it was initiated in Kuwait, but also for the countries of the region, for Arab countries, and also its effects on European countries and United States.
What a beautiful information. We learned a lot. A special thanks to the French Embassy in Kuwait and the Contemporary Art platform. Well, that was it for today, dear viewer. I'll see you next time.
Nonprofit organization that aims to educate, empower, and enable women and girls in Kuwait, which is registered in Kuwait Ministry of Social Affairs under the license number 2016-86A. Among many projects that lay under these three objectives. Star Optimist Kuwait is proud to organize Orange Kuwait campaign through 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, aiming to end violence against women and girls and to secure their health and safety. This campaign comes along with an international movement launched by the United Nations called Orange the World, which takes place annually in the period between 25th of November, which marks the International Day of the Elimination of Violence Against Women, and the 10th of December, which is the Human Rights Day, aiming to raise awareness around the world on the importance of ending violence against women and girls and to encourage people to take actions toward securing the safety and rights of women and girls all over the world.
Well, after seeing this interesting introduction, we have really a special guest with a really deep and more important topic. Star Optimist Kuwait is a non-profit organization that aims to educate, empower, and enable women and girls in Kuwait, which is registered in Kuwait Ministry of Social Affairs under the license number 2016-86A, among many projects that lay under these three objectives. Star Optimist Kuwait is proud to organize Orange Kuwait campaign through 16 days of activism against gender-based violence, aiming to end violence against women and girls and secure their health and safety. This campaign comes along an international movement launched by the United Nations called Orange the World, which takes place annually in the period between the 25th of November, which marks the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Let's welcome the great uniqueness, Dr. Zainab Lemsailih. She is a the General Surgeon, President of Seroptomist Kuwait. So hello and good morning, Doctor.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. Good morning. Thank you for having me today.
You are most welcome. So it's really an important topic we're going to discuss, me and you, Dr. Zainab. So first of all, we'd like to know about the Seroptomist Kuwait. What is Seroptomist Kuwait?
So Seroptomist Kuwait is a non-profit organization. It's one of the civil societies that got registered in the Ministry of Social Affairs back in 2016.
Yes.
However, it's part of a global international organization called Seroptomist International, which was actually first established back in the 1920s in California. And currently the headquarters of this organization is in Belgium. Seroptomist Kuwait is part of the European Federation, so under Seroptomist International of Europe, because, you know, we share the somehow similar geographic and cultural background. So we got affiliated with them in 2015 and got registered in the ministry in 2016.
So from 2016 till now in Kuwait, and from 1920 in California globally. So what is Seroptomist International Europe? You mentioned about that. We'd like to know more about the SIE.
SIE is part of a federation under the Seroptomist International, and it contains clubs and union of, which is a group of clubs around the European continent. And in the Middle East, we have many clubs in Turkey, Kuwait, in Dubai, in Tunisia, which are also affiliated under this organization. We aim together to create projects that help to empower women in many areas. And we meet annually to discuss our projects, our future goals, and to have a revision of the previous years in terms of administrative and financial reports.
That's amazing. So there are too many members. We're going to talk about the members and their roles later on. But first of all, we'd like to know your mission, Dr. Zainab, or your role.
So as we like to call it, we women work for women.
Yes.
So our aim is to empower women in 5 main focused areas: in education, in economics, health, in sustainability, environment, and most importantly, ending violence against women and girls. Yes. We basically empower, enable, and educate women by raising awareness and taking an action and advocate for different cases.
So like spreading awareness, let's say through the conferences you are holding, the workshop, let's say, and through media?
And then, so we aim, if in each project, when we establish first a project, it has to first raise awareness, and upon it, then we advocate for a certain cause, and then we take action to take the project to the second step.
That's amazing, Dr. Zainab. So you mentioned about the purposes of the, let's say, the Seroptomist Kuwait, but we'd like to know how actually does Seroptomist Kuwait can really contribute the society and help the society in general?
So we depend primarily on our members.
Yes.
So Seroptomist Kuwait now has 48 women who all have different academic backgrounds and who all promised to utilize their experiences in their academic and professional fields towards helping women and girls. So we have doctors, we have psychiatrists, we have economics, we have teachers. So if we come up with a project, we make sure that all of us come together and put our experience into the project to help other women.
So 80, so how many?
48
48
currently.
actually.
Yes.
We are part of them, all of the 48 women actually who are helping and supporting the other women. What project, Dr. Zainab, you have been worked on?
So as I said, we have projects under all the 5 focused areas that I spoke to you about, which is education and health, etc. So in health, we had one of the biggest projects that we had years back, and we are really proud of, because it won a best project in Optimist International Europe Convention, is thalassemia awareness campaign. So basically, because it's a common disease here in the Mediterranean region, we raise awareness about what is thalassemia and how can we help children mainly affected by, because it's a chronic disease. It can affect their lives for lifelong. And then within this project, we were able to collect donations to provide pumps for children with thalassemia, because they need a frequent blood transfusion. And then next we have other projects like women medical health. So we advocated for the rights of women to sign on surgical consent on behalf of their loved ones.
That's amazing.
Yes, and this was done with the help of other civil societies in Kuwait, and we successfully were able to raise awareness, advocate, and actually take an action by lobbying with other civil societies in regards of this law, which was integrated in 2020. Other projects we have is ANA project is a project that first established after COVID-19 pandemic. Because of social distances, we noticed that women wanted, to go back to socializing, have social contacts with other women to just relax and decompress, if I may say.
Yes.
So it was basically a social project where women were gathering to learn new hobby, like having a cooking class or yoga class, or even art class together. Others we have now currently, we established a project called Sanedcom. It's basically training the trainers to how to deal with cases of violence and how to rehabilitate survivors of violence.
Amazing.
Yes.
So I just say I love the ANA. It's amazing to encouraging women to socialize with other women, so like to learn more hobbies, art, and much more. And also Sanedcom, it's amazing as well.
Yes.
That's really great projects, Dr. Zainab. Can you tell us more about the member? We mentioned about their scientists, teachers, doctors, they're engineers as well, or no?
Yes.
That's amazing. So let's talk more about the members and their role as well.
Yes. As I said, we have 48 women. We have doctors, psychiatrists, engineers, and lawyers. Finally, we got a couple of members enrolled. So, for instance, we have a project about health. We will use the expertise of doctors, and then people who are interested in media can help us to formulate the campaign. And then psychiatrists and psychologists can handle victims or survivors of violence and in rehabilitating them, and we give the space for each members to come up with her own projects, and us as members will help to fulfill or to make it happen in real life.
In real life. So Dr. Zainab, we know that actually you've been awarded, like you won an award, isn't it?
Yes.
So we'd like to know what actually this award you won.
So Optimist Kuwait actually got awarded by Optimist International of Europe on 3 projects.
Okay.
First project we won a prize on was thalassemia project, and it was in 2019. And then in 2021, the Orange campaign, I Stand With Her, which aimed to highlight the role of men in supporting women and empowering them. So it was titled I Stand With Her, and we won the best project on this project. And the third one was the safe housing. So it's basically our award to recognize the rehabilitation program and the housing program that Optimists have come with to put survivors of violence into safe homes.
Like teaching them how to be in the safe home, let's say?
Yes, how to, enroll again in the society, how they can be empowered in terms of their health and their emotions, and if we speak economically speaking, in their work.
That's amazing. So you already won 3 awards, let's say, for 3 projects. Congratulations, Dr. Zain. You deserve it for sure. So why did SIE chose your project as the best project?
Yes, I think it's because it's applicable. It can be sustained. It can be applied to other societies.
Yes.
And because of the effect of it, and the aim that came behind these projects.
The aim behind these 3 projects. So let's talk now about the Orange campaign, since you are wearing a really lovely, let's say, a scarf, the orange scarf. So let's talk about that more, the Orange campaign.
So the Orange Kuwait campaign is an annual campaign that Optimist Kuwait do every year.
Yes.
It was adopted from an international, again, movement called Orange the World, which is an initiative by the United Nations. And it basically aimed to end violence against women and girls by raising awareness. So it takes place every year from the 25th of November, which marks the International Day of Ending Violence Against Women and Girls, until the 10th of December, which is the International Day of Human Rights. And I know everybody asks why it's
yes,
orange.
I'm going to ask you why you chose orange.
Yes, the color orange was chosen to represent a brighter future for women and girls. So we aim to provide a safe and brighter future for women and girls. And annually, in Sir Optimist, we we arrange for 16 days of activism. It's basically the 16 days between these 2 dates.
Yes.
And we make sure that we come up with various activities to draw attention of the society for this important cause.
That's amazing. I do love orange color because, as you mentioned, really give you that brightness, future, like shiny future and refreshing. So it's really great, let's say, chosen.
Thank you.
So let's get back to your award, Dr. Zainab. You won 3 awards, as we mentioned. So what does actually these awards mean to you?
First of all, we love that our members and their efforts put into this project got recognition. However, this will push us to work more and to have a more widespread projects that can influence the life of a bigger population of women and girls.
Bigger population of women and girls. So having won the SIE award, Dr. Zainab, I'm pretty sure that really can shape the future of the Sir Optimist Kuwait.
Yes.
So can you please elaborate more about this point?
Yeah, it will, now we feel the responsibility that we need to have better shaped projects, well put together frameworks, and of course involve all the members to put more into these projects.
Inshallah. So you mentioned about the 48 members in the Sir Optimist. So can anyone, actually any woman can really register to the Sir Optimist?
Yes, in Sir Optimist, of course by the ministry law you have to be more than 21 years old.
Okay.
And we will call all women, and we accept women who are willing to put the time and effort voluntarily into the objectives of Sir Optimist, and to utilize her experience and profession background into helping women and girls.
Inshallah. What do you think about the feedback of the society, Dr. Zainab, after, let's say, increasing the awareness of the violence against women? What do you think about the reporting about the, let's say, the violence against women? Do you think it's really increased or let's say, dropped?
We noticed that the reporting increased. And it's because of various factors.
Yes.
One is, and this was the period when we noticed the surge of reporting, it's the COVID-19 era, because of the isolation and social distancing, victims were trapped into their unsafe environment. So reporting increased at that era. And now we're noticing that because of the more if I may say, clear channels of reporting, people are now more comfortable to report and utilize the family protection law, which was voted on in the National Assembly and got published in 2020.
That's amazing. We are raising our hats to you, Dr. Zainab, and all the members of Sora Optimist Kuwait about raising awareness for all the women and ladies all around Kuwait against, for sure, the violence. And I hope all the ladies and girls be safe, like against the violence, inshallah. Thank you so much for having
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Big thanks and appreciation to our dear guest, Dr. Zainab Al-Msaylikh. She's a general surgeon and also a president of Sora Optimist Kuwait. Evaluated by the Public Authority for Industry, an event under the slogan, "How Beautiful is Our Heritage," a celebration and participation organized by the authorities. So let's take a look at this great report and we'll be right back to you.
Evaluated by the Public Authority for Industry, an event under the slogan, "How Beautiful is Our Heritage," a celebration and participation organized by the authorities, the national and general coordinator of the Expo 965 team. Researcher Muhammad Ali Kamal said that these events, which we organize in cooperation with the venture and the government, especially the Public Authority for Industry, in order to preserve the authentic Kuwaiti heritage and preserve the authentic crafts and ancient Kuwaiti professions. Support creative Kuwaiti youth in all fields, Kamal said that he will participate.
Today we are in Public Authority for the Industry of Kuwait. We have a big event here for Kuwaiti heritage, like the old things in Kuwait, like shipping people, like let us say, which is working on the wood, which is everything for Kuwaiti culture old. So we have a big event. We are around 50 persons here.
I'm working here on a loom that I invented some time ago. I call it a table loom, and I'm using it for sado weaving. I'm not using the traditional yarns, which are wool and sheep wool and also goat's hair, but I'm using cotton yarns. I'm here now exhibiting my section of weaving in the Public Authority for Industries as part of the exhibition that is being held here by the Expo 965 team for Heritage and Crafts exhibitions and talented Kuwaitis. There are about 30 or 35 participants, members of the team. Each one has his own product and each one is doing his own handicraft. It is an opportunity to be exposed to the audience, to the viewers of Kuwait TV, and also to show them part of our heritage and part of our culture and handcrafts.
Today we are adopting 50 members. All of them, they have their own aircrafts. We are so proud of having this opportunity to improve incomes by having the all traditional opportunities, occupations, which we just want to make it sure that it's access to the labor market and social traditional systems. This really would help all people and especially the women to have their own businesses.
Own a master's degree in social science from Kuwait University, worked in UK and 10 years plus in banking industry, then moved into public investment sector and teaching in College of Applied Education bachelor students after finding himself purpose and passion from the help of academic education, trainings and consultations.
We are back, dear viewers, to your show Good Morning Kuwait, and now we will go on with our second interview segment. Dr. Khalid Al-Matar is a YouTuber, trainer, martial artist, podcaster, traveler, teacher, author, written 2 books, The Power of Me, and The Daily Powers, which talked about personal development, change, growth, and success in all areas of life, socially, financially, physically, and emotionally. Let's welcome with pleasure Dr. Khalid Al-Mutar. Hello and good morning, Doctor.
Very good morning, Saad. Thank you for having me here.
You are most welcome. It's interesting to meet interesting people every day in our show, Good Morning Kuwait. First of all, YouTuber, trainer, martial artist, podcast, a lot of things. Tell us about yourself, Doctor.
Well, there's a point in my life which I was completely lost. I was, like you could say, in a black hole. And then it was like a wake-up call to me. So I had a lot of panic attacks, a lot of nervous breakdowns. So once I digged into that wake-up call, I found out a field which is called personal development.
Yes.
And it saved my life in order how to shift myself away from that black hole, and it changed my whole life.
Yes.
From the banking industry to becoming a professor and so forth.
So to the average viewer, tell us, what is the personal development? What is it and what is its benefits?
Well, personal development is a field that is put into place in order to enhance your skills.
Yes.
And the things that really mean valuable to you in order to achieve your goals.
Yes.
It boils down into 4 or 5 major aspects, which is your social aspect, your emotional, financial, mental, and physical aspect. If you can take care of these things, you will be living in peace and you will strive and progress in your life wherever you go.
Yes. So amazing when you said, first of all, you were in the black hole and you were in this deep problems. So do you think everyone should hit that low bottom of the ground so they can feel they want to change?
Actually, no. To be honest, you do not need to go into this black hole.
Okay? You can start right now.
You can start as soon as you hear it. But
yes.
Unfortunately, a lot of people, or according to studies, 90% of people do have to face with crisis, do have to face with trauma in order to
yes.
progress and become better. So no, you do not need to go through this black hole, because yes, you will take it very seriously, but you do not need to wait. You can save a lot of time and start your journey from today.
Yes, personal development leads to success, confidence, and happiness, ultimately. Yes. Why do you think can we do without personal development? Why do you think these things will lead us to these things?
Well, personal development can make it very easy for you, can make that journey very easy for you, because yes. there is like set guidelines, strategies, and blueprints, which if you follow, you can save a lot of failures, a lot of challenges, and you can enjoy more time with your success. So that is actually the beauty of personal development. Why would you want to start from zero where there is already a system put into place? All you can do is simply just follow. But the important thing is you have to be very coachable. You have to be willing to listen and apply from somebody who's already achieved the goals which you have already set.
What do you say to someone who says, I am happy, I don't need to be successful? Do you think that guy is successful?
Yeah, I mean, goals can be a state of mind. It can be something intangible. It does not have to be like a certain amount in the bank balance or a certain degree.
Yes.
It could be just a feeling of feeling in peace, feeling content, and feeling grateful. So definitely, I highly recommend people to do the things that would lead them to happiness.
The explosion when you started made you like a martial artist, a podcaster, a YouTuber. Tell us about your journey on many fields you are participating in. Tell us, why did you choose to spread the word?
Well, thanks again to the personal development field and all my mentors and coaches, the events that I attend to, books and seminars, because I all felt like we are connected with each other. Like I cannot leave alone my emotional bank account and focus only on my financial bank account, or my social bank account and leave alone my physical bank account. I felt like everything is connected with each other. So by default, automatically, once you become successful in one area of your life, you will feel like you need to strive and become successful in other areas as well.
Yes.
So you will set goals accordingly. So I had that burst of energy once everything became very clear to me. Once I understood that if I can focus on one thing at a time and accomplish it, I can save a lot of years of my life and become very successful and happy.
How do you suggest we start the journey of personal development?
Well, I can give you 2 strategies, of course, apart from the books that you can read, the seminars that you can attend, and also the mentors that you can follow, which can give you a lot of blueprints out there.
Yes.
The two strategies could be like it has to be with pen and paper. You need to start with writing your goals on a daily basis, because you can become very familiar with your goals. You can have that harmonious relationship with your goals. A lot of people are not willing actually to write their goals down. So if you do not
maybe Dr. Khan, maybe because they are very difficult to achieve and they fear failure.
Exactly.
What do you think? Because if I write down my goal is to lose 15 kilograms, or maybe achieve this or achieve this, I am writing something to fail on, because it's very difficult.
Exactly.
What do you say to that?
Well, that clearly shows that if you are afraid of your goals, that's a good sign actually, because they say if you write a goal which does not allow you to stretch and expand outside your comfort zone and horizon, it is not a goal worthwhile to achieve, because you as a person will not progress, you will not change, you will not step into other fields in order to become better.
Yes.
So actually it's a good thing to write something that you're afraid of. But the more you do it on a daily basis, the more you will be very familiar. You will know, okay, now I'm going to be a little afraid when I write it down, but I know myself, after 1 or 2 days, I'm going to be very friendly with my goal. There is going to be like a relationship. I'm going to be in harmony with it. And anything that you're in harmony with, you attract it very fast. Anything that you're afraid and you resist, you will not achieve it.
Yes, you are a YouTuber.
Yes.
What do you do on YouTube? What do you preach? What do you send to the people?
Well, I just share my life experiences, learnings, and stories. I actually love to say, okay, this is what I went through, this is what I did, and this is what I got. This is my story.
Yes.
If you're that type of person who is facing similar challenges or would like to achieve the goals which I have achieved, then here is a blueprint, or here is a way which you can follow in order to achieve it.
And what is the reaction did you see on YouTube? Do you think a lot of people reacting to what you're saying?
Yes, the participation is amazing, and especially after writing my first book. Actually, I remember in the book fair, a lot of people said, "Don't you do videos on YouTube?" I was like, "Yeah, you're a blogger."
So you did the YouTube after they asked you?
After the book,
Yes.
After the
so let's talk about your book, The Power of Me.
Yes.
What is The Power of Me?
It's basically my story.
Your story?
Yes, it was inside of me like 10 years ago.
How did your story start exactly?
Well, I was not sure. According to 90% of people, I felt, because the people that I was surrounded with, we all faced the similar issue.
Yes.
I was not sure of the career to pick. I was not sure of the people that I would surround myself with socially. I was not sure when it comes to my emotional or even my financial.
Yes.
There was no like a strategy to follow. So I was lost. So that's how I started. And then I got faced with this black hole.
Yes.
After 8 years in the banking industry, I felt like, wait, I think everything I did, everything I studied is not important to me. Or actually, it did pay off, but at that time I was like, I think I chose the wrong path. So now
it takes courage to admit that you made a mistake.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yes. So we learn from our mistakes the most.
Yes.
Like you can
it's really
learn
interesting to know about this. Your story is really to make us wonder why we do what we do.
Exactly.
So you said reading, and let's talk about reading. How does reading change in one's life? Because you can develop yourself only by reading, actually.
Reading is a long-term fix.
Yes.
If you do your research and you find out what made super successful people successful, you will see it is reading. It's always about this book has changed my life. This book has changed my life. This book. So when I did my research, I was like, really? Can a 5KD book change someone's life and ultimately lead them from where they were to where they are? So I was like, you know what? Let's not be arrogant. Let's give it a shot. And let's see if all these people are wrong who are successful, sharing how they became successful, or if I'm wrong. So when I did try it, actually, yes, they were right. A book really can change your life.
Sure.
And you will get to have a lot of focus. You will get to improve your memory. You will get to improve your vocabulary and so many other benefits.
So actually, I have a lot of changes in my life because I read some books. Absolutely. So now tell me about how effective is the media in one's personal development and overall success?
Very effective. It became a major aspect, I believe, in all industries and fields, because you get to have a lot of communities, you get to share your stories, you get to help other people, and also it's like a motivating factor. Like every day.
And it's also dangerous.
And it's also, it can be dangerous.
Yeah, but let's talk about the, not talk about the negative, but let's talk about it, yeah.
Absolutely. Like take, for example, YouTube. How
Yes.
many people go on YouTube on a daily basis?
A lot.
Nearly all the world, 7 or 8 billion people.
Yeah, of course.
So the whole world is now shifting to the media for the purpose of learning, because YouTube is a learning platform. Most people who go to YouTube actually are going to learn something new. So the media is crucial.
Do you think we should warn people about YouTubers? Because a lot of people can talk now. Everyone can talk.
Yeah.
Everyone can have their own show. Do you think we should warn them or maybe be careful what we watch?
To be honest, I don't think warning would help as much as gaining knowledge. Like, for example, when it comes to choosing the authors or the trainers or the speakers,
Yes.
Out of the millions and millions and millions of options, I have my 5 best trainers that I actually trust and follow. So how did I come up with these 5 people? Is I did my homework.
Yes.
I read their books, I saw their videos,
Yes.
I actually applied what they preach and the principles, and I found really great results. So you don't need to follow any advice on YouTube. All you have to do is have that insight and knowledge from experience and from content and reading, so you can best pick your advice.
Yes. The second book, let's talk about it quickly, The Daily Powers.
Yes.
Tell us about this book, because you spoke about the other
Yes.
one.
Actually, the Daily Powers, once I did The Power of Me and I saw the amount of enthusiasm and motivation and desire from people in the
Yes.
book fairs and bookstores and so forth, it pushed me to write my second book within a year, because I felt like, okay, I believe what I'm doing now really has value and meaning, so let's continue on doing it. But I changed the idea. I made it into like a calendar format.
Yeah.
Because I saw that once and it really helped and changed my
Yes.
life. So I said, okay, why not let the reader read 1 page a day? So for example, on today, you would only read on today's date that page.
That's interesting.
So there is 365 pages in that book and days that you can read from. You do not have to read the traditional way throughout the whole book.
It's really marvelous story of success. Thank you so much, Doctor,
you
for
very
being with us in Good Morning Kuwait.
Thank you very much for having me.
You are most welcome. That was Dr. Khalid Al-Muttar, author and professor. And now, dear viewers, we will go to this quick break and we will be right back.
And we came back again, dear viewers, after this lovely interview with our dear guest, actually, Khalid Al-Muttar. It was a lovely interview and a lovely subject.
It was interesting and marvelous to know about the story of success of Dr. Khalid, and I hope all the viewers took advantage of this interview, because it was interesting and very beneficial to our viewers.
It's beneficial for sure, and even my dear guest, actually,
Yes.
Zainab Al-Msaylikh, about the Orange campaign, about the, let's say, spreading awareness about the violence against women. That's really amazing, dear viewers. I hope you enjoyed our episode as much as we did. See you for next time and have a lovely day.
Take care, dear viewers, and see you tomorrow.